Guys, okay, today I am off, not far, just to Semmington in Trowbridge. I'm going to see two little Jack Russells. One of them's pretty good, he's an older one, and his only issue is barking at animals on the television, which is quite a common issue, so we should be able to sort that out pretty quickly. And the younger one is the one with the most issues, his biggest issue being quite bad dog aggression by the sounds of it, so reactive, aggressive, yeah, just pretty bad with other dogs. So I have brought little Logan along to be a stooge dog. Obviously we're going to keep him very safe, but we need to have a dog to work with when we're dealing with this. So yeah, that's one of the biggest things. And then the other thing is very high chase drive, again very common, especially with little terriers, and we'll go off chasing deer or anything by the sounds of it. So yeah, we need to look at that as well. So yeah, it just sounds like his drives need to be controlled, and we've got to stop him from being very aggressive with other dogs and calm him down and teach him some self-control and better ways of dealing with situations, and obviously plenty of leadership, which is going to be very necessary to help with all of that. And yeah, just have a look at the relationship between the two dogs as well. Make sure there's nothing in that relationship that is making things worse, because sometimes the dog that people think is fine is actually causing more problems than they realise. So yeah, we'll have a look at that as well, and see how everything goes. Now obviously I know that he is pretty aggressive. I'm not sure if he is fully muzzle trained yet, but obviously that's a big part of the training, because if we want to be able to expose him to other dogs and teach him how to behave and not to be aggressive, we can't just avoid them forever. So muzzle training is going to be important, because we need to be able to be around other dogs but safely, you know, because the best will in the world, even though he will be on the lead, you can't always, well, you can't predict when somebody else's off-lead dog might run up to your on-lead dog. And this is why, if you do have a dog with aggression issues, I know it's sad that they're the ones that have to be muzzled, because it's not really their fault if another dog comes running up, but we can't control other people, and it is going to happen. So for the safety of other dogs, we need to have him muzzle trained until he's no longer being aggressive. So we'll have a look at that as well, and yeah, we'll have a look at all of it, see how he is, see how much work needs to be done. I'm sure we'll make some really good progress today, and I will take some nice videos and get back to you after and let you know. Right, so that dog's going nuts, and all they're doing is following me around. Nothing. You're not going to do any barking now that you've been told. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Eh? Good dogs. You weren't getting them for jumping. Leave. Good dogs. Well done. So he would normally be barking at this point. Ow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big change in a very short space of time. Leave. Good dogs.
It's all to do with the food.
Good man. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stop. You're going to keep walking. Right, I want you to turn around and come back and just walk past me as if you're going back down that lane. But obviously, I've got the dog here. Tell him leave. Good. Good boy.
Leave.
Good boy. That was brilliant. Right, turn around and come back. I'm just going to be a bit closer. Oh, he's here. Tell him leave.
Leave.
Good boy. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. That's just him being nervous. That was really good. Good boy. He gets a treat for that. Well done, mate. Well done. He's doing really well. So give him a little pop if he gets too far ahead. That's it. And I would shorten that lead just a little bit. That's better. Good. Good. Yeah, he definitely was walking better for me. Good. That's really good though. Nice and relaxed. Well done. Excellent. Good. Are you a good boy? Did we tire you out? Did we? Did we do lots of work? You're a good boy. Exactly. Yeah, he's done a lot of work today.
So for me,
been so good.
we need to sort out their sleep.
Okay guys, well that was really good. Oh, such cute little jacks, both of them. The old one's actually a what did he say it was? Jack cross pug cross dachshund. That was it. bit of a mix, but oh, just adorable. So we did some work. The only problem we were having with little Louie, the old one, was barking at animals on the TV. So you'll have seen that in the video. Oh my goodness, 2 little lead pops just stopped doing it. And once he realised he got a treat if he could be completely calm, he was like, yep, no worries, I'm just gonna sit here chilled and let the dogs be on the telly and I don't care at all, just give me the food. So that I think is going to be fairly straightforward, and obviously we don't want to be giving him food forever, but in the meantime, just whilst we're reconditioning him and getting him used to the idea of being calm when there's animals on the TV, then you know we can reward him for that, but it won't be forever, because he's the sort of dog I think that would just eat all day if he could. Obviously with Bernie, we had a little bit of excessive greeting, but you know, not much, just a bit of jumping up, and very quickly stopped. But the problem inside with him that I don't think his owner realised was a problem, he was very hyperactive and very attention seeking, so it did take him quite a while to calm down. He's doing a lot of rolling and rubbing himself all over the rug and you know, pouring for attention, and just lots of kind of stressy, hyper behaviours that have previously been rewarded because he's not used to getting ignored. They have been a little bit spoiled, these 2 little dogs, and we're not going to do that now. We are going to help them to feel safe and secure by putting some really good leadership practices in place and some boundaries and some really good structures, so that he feels a lot safer, because he's a very submissive little dog, and I could definitely tell that all of his issues, other than the chase drive, which is DNA basically, which we will address later, but certainly his issues with other dogs are very much fear-based. He gets scared very easily, so we need to raise his confidence, and that's what the leadership is all about. It's about making the dog feel safe and secure, therefore more confident, looking to the owner to deal with stuff instead of them going, I'm scared, I'm going to deal with it. And to be honest, by the end of the walk, he was really doing that. He was starting to look at both of us. He was listening to his leave command. He's got quite an extreme reaction when he sees another dog, just instantly charges forward, lunges. It is, yeah, definitely needs the muzzle, and luckily he is already muzzle trained, so that's really great. And all we did today was work with the lead. We didn't actually need to use any other tools, which is fantastic. We just worked on slip lead, and so much easier. He, believe it or not, never really been done heel work before today, and yet he learnt that in about 5 minutes, was walking beautifully on a completely slack lead to heel. And then obviously we did a lot of work with little Logan, just getting him to be calm around a dog, and then we walked a bit more and saw 2 or 3 more other dogs, so we got a fair bit of practice. But what I didn't want to do today was really overstimulate him and put him in an area with lots of dogs, or anywhere with off-lead dogs. So we focused today on lead walking around other dogs that are also on the lead, because I want to make him feel safe before we do anything where he's put in a position where there are off-lead dogs running around, which I think is going to be much scarier for him. He's definitely got the terrier movement sensitivity, which is going to be linked into his prey drive, so I want to get him really good and really chilled, walking past other dogs calmly that are also walking on a lead. And once he's great with that, then we can start introducing some long line work and some distance leave and him being okay, good grief, around other dogs that are off the lead. So yeah, I didn't want to do that today. It would have been too much for him because he's just extremely reactive. So yeah, we kept to pavements, lead walking. He did incredibly well. He was listening to the leave command on its own by the end, and yeah, I was really, really pleased with him from having such an extreme reaction to actually listening to the leave, looking up at us, and not even needing a lead correction when he saw a dog. Was just amazing. And he was practically walking side by side with Logan by the end, which was incredible. I was really, really, really pleased with him. It's a lot, everything's very different for his owner. You know, he's 4 years old. He's used to kind of spoiling him and not really doing anything in a structured way. So much of this is about his owner learning to change all of his habits, and that's always the hardest thing. You know, it's I make everything look easy because I'm on autopilot, but the owners are not on autopilot. They're having to concentrate. They're having to think, oh God, what did she say about that? And what am I meant to do now? And now I didn't pop that lead properly, or I didn't, you know, it's actually quite difficult for people to change all of their habits really quickly. So I can see that his owner is so committed, which is absolutely fantastic. And I know he's going to do lots of practice, and they've already got a really good bond. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this little man progresses, because he's such a sweet little boy. He's just having these fear issues. Obviously the other side to it with the chase drive, that's a whole different ball game, because that's not something that is learnt by the way they're raised the vast majority of the time, unless you've got a greyhound that's been trained to chase. It is just something that they are born with, that high drive, and we're gonna look at that next time. I think it would have been just too much to try and add that in today. So we will have a look at that. We've booked our next session for a couple of weeks, and we're going to do a full walk-in session and have a look at doing some recall work around other dogs, and having a look at some chase drive work, or anti-chase drive work, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I'm, like I say, really looking forward to keeping working with him. Very sweet little dog, fantastic owner, and we had a lot of fun today. I think we all did. So yeah, I will keep you updated.